Today, in the new WWE 2K19, you too can fulfill every wrestler's dream of attacking your boss with a chair. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. Last weekend was the Tokyo Game Show, or as it's more commonly known, TGS with Tracy Jordan, so get ready for some crazy...
No. I'm pretty sure that isn't what people know the Tokyo Game Show as.
What? No, it was in the first episode. Remember, Jack brought in Tracy Jordan to try and increase ratings over Liz's objections, and then they changed the name of the show.
That was the plot of the TV program 30 Rock. The Tokyo Game Show is a trade show for video games in Tokyo.
Right, that makes more sense.
Even the grumpiest among us would admit that Pokemon Go has been doing a pretty darn good job getting people excited about the game again. But Niantic appears to have really outdone itself this time, and it was probably on purpose. After Saturday's Chikorita Community Day event ended, a mysterious new Pokemon flooded the game. The Mon couldn't actually be caught, not without turning into a Ditto at least, and was quickly nicknamed Nutto by the community since this little friend isn't just new to Pokemon Go, it's new to the entire Pokemon franchise. So far, nobody has any idea what the new Pokemon is or what it means for the game, but that hasn't stopped people making wild speculations, with theories ranging from, now Pogo has its own version of Missing No, to, ooh, it's a teaser for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, to my personal favorite, a Digimon fan has successfully infiltrated Niantic and the end is nigh. Whatever the case, Nuttos are still an uncommon spawn in the wild, and as soon as someone is able to actually get one into their decks, no doubt we'll be reading all about how they were finally able to bust a nut.
The career mode trailer for WWE 2K19 landed last week, and with it, so many questions. With more in the style of 2K's NBA titles, the career mode follows your custom superstar as they do everything that any amateur wrestler needs to do to climb the ladder to the top of WWE. All the usual steps from making a name for yourself on the indie circuit, developing your craft in NXT, feuding with the authority figure who could technically just fire you at any point, getting gassed by an unhinged swamp wizard, fighting a zombie version of that authority figure, and finally, going to the literal space between dimensions with a man who talks like this before just winning the Universal Championship. Just like everyone does. The career mode seems fun, but as a fan of the WWE, I feel this is too far removed from the product I know because it features things like storytelling and character development.
Lots of games come with day one patches nowadays, but very few include a day one patch like Shadow of the Tomb Raiders. It literally changes the ending of the game. After a lot of arguing online, fans discovered that the original unpatched version of the game features a different ending cutscene. While the dialogue is the same, the graphical treatment is very different. In the original version, Lara is in her family's mansion, a place filled with priceless artifacts and decorated in rich reds and browns, looking very much like her traditional English country home. It also includes a couple of very interesting visual references. You can see Lara's twin pistols displayed on a side table and a letter from Tomb Raider's OG antagonist from the 1996 game, Jacqueline Natla. In comparison, the ending that Eidos patched in starts by focusing on a sunlit garden rather than a dark mansion. Lara's office is much lighter too, sporting white wood, light blue paint, and a colorful childhood painting of Lara and her late parents. What's the reason for this change? Was Eidos wary of teasing a direct sequel? Were they planning to remake the 1996 version of Tomb Raider when the original cutscene was made, but they changed their minds in the interim? Did a C-level executive break something on a ski vacation and then spend the next 3 weeks recuperating by watching non-stop HGTV and decide that if their partner wouldn't let them gut renovate their house, they would do it to Lara's instead? Probably not that last one.
Generally speaking, CheckPoint doesn't do stories on studio closures or massive layoffs because the stories often don't have any information beyond dozens of people lose their job, and also dozens of people lose their job isn't funny. But in the case of Telltale games, creators of beloved narrative-driven titles like The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, and Minecraft Story Mode, finding themselves in the position of saturating their own market and mismanaging their business badly enough to suddenly lay off 225 of their 250 employees has become somewhat of a watershed moment for online discussion of working conditions in the games industry. It's still not funny, and hopefully those 225 people will find gainful employment soon. But maybe not in the games industry. Since everyone got let go so abruptly with no notice or severance, they're not being coy about the open secret that Telltale Games, for all of its wonderfully human storytelling, was a miserable place to work. Endless crunch, unpaid overtime, preying on the notion of you should be honored to work at Telltale. All of these allegations have shone a spotlight on bad practices in the games industry and studios not respecting developers or their time. Again, this isn't new information. Remember all the stuff about Rockstar after the first Red Dead Redemption or the EA spouse? Every few years, news breaks about terrible working conditions in the industry and much stink is made about it, and then nothing seems to change. Hopefully, so many stories from the people who made so many popular, loved games will finally make people care, but we worry that ultimately all of this outrage will have as much impact as the player choices in a Telltale game.
The choices kinda did things.
Yeah, and this will do the same. It'll come up and you'll say, oh right, we did that thing that one time 2 seasons ago, and then the narrative will continue on with maybe a couple fewer characters.
Well, Kathleen will remember this. Coming up, Blizzard is selling a $200 illuminated replica of Genji's sword from Overwatch. It also comes with a stand so you can place it somewhere prominent in your home and let everyone know you need healing.
God damn it.